The storm that brought her. Kai Rennick had survived 23 winters on the frontier moon of Thalsera, but he had never experienced a cold like this one. The storm rolled over the plains like a living thing, howling against the canvas of his expedition tent. Frost crawled across the ground, devouring color and sound. His breath came out in clouds, swirling like smoke. He was supposed to be alone. Survey assignment. 3 weeks. No contact with locals. No detours. Simple. But the universe never respected simple. A scream tore through the wind. Kai froze, every instinct locking into place. The voice was thin, trembling, almost musical. Definitely not human. He grabbed his thermal hood, unzipped the tent flap, and was immediately blasted by a wave of icy needles. Visibility was almost zero. Just swirling silver dust and the fractured moon overhead. Then he saw her, a slim figure collapsing into the snow, barefoot, shaking violently, skin a faint luminescent blue that pulsed weakly in the cold. Long, braided tendrils hung from her head like frozen ribbons. Her body looked fragile, but her eyes, those glowing violet eyes, fought to stay open. Kai's heart kicked. Hey, I've got you. He ran toward her, scooping her up before she hit the ice fully. She was shockingly cold. Not like a chilled person, more like a body moments from shutting down. Her lips parted. Warmth, please. Her voice was barely there. Kai didn't think. Instinct overrode training. He carried her into his tent. He didn't know it yet, but that one decision would change the course of both their lives. 2. A stranger in the firelight. He lowered her onto the insulated floor, immediately sealing the tent flap behind him. The freezing wind became a distant roar. The girl curled into herself, shivering with such intensity that the entire tent rattled. Kai cranked the portable thermal heater to maximum. "Stay with me," he whispered. Her violet eyes tracked him slowly. "Why you are H-human?" she stammered, breath quaking. "You're freezing," Kai said. "I'm getting you warm." He wrapped 2 emergency thermal blankets around her shaking form, but she just trembled harder. She lifted a trembling hand toward him. "And not enough. My species loses heat too quickly. Her voice broke. "I need direct body warmth." Kai's pulse caught. Was she asking what he thought she was? She must have seen the hesitation on his face. Her eyes softened, not pleading, not demanding, simply honest. "I will die otherwise," she whispered. He swallowed hard, then exhaled. "Okay, come here." He slid beside her, pulling her gently into his arms. Her body was like ice against his chest. She gasped at the contact, a soft, breathy sound he wasn't prepared for. Slowly, very slowly, she relaxed. Her shivering eased. Her breathing steadied. Her forehead rested against his collarbone as if the position was natural. "I'm Kai," he murmured. She hesitated. "Lyra. That's a beautiful name." Her cheeks smooth, shimmering with faint light, warmed against him. "Why you think so?" "I know so." 3. Her secret. After nearly an hour in his arms, Lyra's luminescent skin regained gentle color. The icy blue dimmed to a warm, soft glow. She looked up at him with eyes too big, too expressive. No threat, no malice, only fragile trust. "You saved me," she said quietly. "Well, you screamed. Hard not to check that out." She blinked. "I did not scream. I called. For help. Resonance call. My people do not scream." Kai laughed softly. Sounded like a scream. She narrowed her eyes, offended. Kai held up his hands. Okay. A very elegant, dramatic vocalization. That earned him a tiny smile, one that hit him harder than it should have. But her expression soon shifted, becoming more guarded. "I should not be here," she whispered. "Then why were you out there in a storm?" She curled closer, as if hiding in the warmth of his chest. Because I escaped. Kai froze. Escaped from what? From them. Her voice trembled. The hunters. He felt her heartbeat. Too quick, too fearful, against him. Lyra continued. My species, we carry an internal energy core. It glows brightly in children, dims in adulthood. But mine. She placed a hand on her sternum. Beneath her skin, faint light swirled like stardust. Mine burns too bright, too rare. Some people collect that. Kai felt anger rise. Collect? What, like a trophy? She nodded slowly. Or a weapon. He tightened his arms around her, without thinking. No one's touching you, he said. Not while I'm here. Her breath hitched, an emotional crack, soft and vulnerable. You would protect me, she whispered. Yes. The answer came too easily, too sincerely. Lyra inhaled sharply, her forehead pressing against his sternum. Humans, you are strange. You risk much for no reward. Kai exhaled through a tired smile. Maybe helping someone is the reward. For the night changes everything. Hours passed, but neither of them slept. The storm outside intensified, rattling the metal stakes and clawing at the ground. Yet inside the tent, the darkness felt different. Warmer. Safer. Lyra rested with her head on Kai's chest, tracing patterns along his arm with delicate fingertips. Your skin is warm, she murmured. That's usually how humans work. You smell warm too. Kai blinked. Smell. A soft giggle vibrated against him. My species can sense emotional temperature through scent. Emotional temperature? He cleared his throat. And what do I smell like right now? Lyra inhaled near his collarbone, her breath sending shivers through him. You smelled protective. Very protective. Her voice dipped lower. And something else. He swallowed. Something else. Her lips brushed his shoulder, barely a touch, but enough to stop his heartbeat. You smell like someone who has already chosen. Kai's breath caught. Chosen what? Her eyes lifted to his, glowing in the dim tent light. Not timid. Not afraid. Tender. You chose to let me live, she whispered. To save me. To hold me. My species bonds quickly with such people. And humans, his voice came out softer than intended. Humans get attached too. The silence was heavy, charged. Then Lyra leaned up, slowly, cautiously, until her forehead pressed to his. Her skin was warm now, her glow soft, her breath trembling. Kai, she whispered. He cupped her cheek. I'm here. I am no longer cold. I know, but I don't want to move away. I know, he repeated. She rose slightly, her lips inches from his. The storm screamed outside. Inside the tent, two strangers shared warmth for survival. But something deeper began to form, quiet, fragile, and real. Their lips met. Soft, cautious, filled with the trembling uncertainty of two beings who shouldn't have crossed paths, but did. And everything changed. The dawn and danger. Kai woke to faint sunlight, seeping through the canvas. Lyra was still curled against him, her glow now a gentle shimmer. Morning, he whispered. She murmured something sleepy, nuzzling into his chest. But then, a crack echoed outside. A crunch in the snow. More footsteps. Dozens. Lyra sat up instantly, panic flooding her expression. No, they found me. Kai grabbed his jacket and peeked out through the smallest slit in the flap. What he saw made his stomach drop. 3 armored transports. 20 hunters. Guns aimed. Scanning devices humming. They were here for her. Lyra, he whispered. We have to run. She shook violently. No. They will catch us. They always catch. Kai grabbed her shoulders gently. Not today. Not with me. She stared at him, and for the first time, True hope flickered in her eyes. 6, his choice. They burst out the back of the tent, into the icy plains. The hunters shouted commands. Laser sights danced across the rising snow mist. Kai held Lyra's hand tightly as they ran. But humans couldn't outrun hover-equipped hunters. Kai, she gasped. You must let me go. I can distract them. Not happening. They'll kill you. He turned toward her, gripping her shoulders. Lyra, last night, something changed. You know it. I know it. I'm not leaving you. She trembled, not with cold, but emotion. A hunter shouted, There. Target acquired. Lyra cried out, lifting her hands, light exploding from her core. But not as a weapon, as a signal. Suddenly the air vibrated. The ground hum shifted. Something distant answered her call. Deep, thunderous, ancient. Kai shielded her instinctively as hunters approached. Get back, one yelled. Kai didn't move. If you want her, you go through me. The lead hunter scoffed. We don't care about you, human. Stand aside before. A shadow fell. Everyone stopped. A colossal, wing-shaped figure descended from a sky. Luminescent, majestic, radiating the same energy as Lyra. A royal guardian of her species. It landed between them and the hunters, its presence shaking the ground. Kai stared in awe. What is that? Lyra whispered, tears in her eyes. My protector. I called it last night, without meaning to. When you held me. The guardian roared, sending the hunters fleeing in terror. 7, a choice returned. When the plane finally fell silent, Lyra turned to Kai, her hands trembling. You saved me, she whispered. Again. Kai exhaled, cupping her face. I meant what I said. Her violet eyes searched his. My people, we do not choose lightly, she murmured. But if you allow it, I would choose you. Kai smiled softly. I already chose you. She stepped closer, pressing her forehead to his, her species' sign of devotion. Kai, if you will come with me, you will not be a stranger. You will not be alone. You will have a place beside me. Beside you, he asked gently. As in, her answer was a soft kiss. Warm, certain, unmistakably an invitation. Yes, she whispered against his lips. Beside me. Kai took her hand. Then let's go home. Together, they approached the waiting guardian. 2 unlikely souls bound by one storm-filled night. A night that changed them both forever.